Good afternoon, children. Welcome to this week's science lesson. I really enjoyed last week's lesson, and I went on a walk and I found some grass and some wildflowers on my walk with Chewy and Sparky, and I was really pleased to find the shepherd's purse with the heart-shaped seed packets. So I can't wait to find out from Mrs. Warland what we're learning about this week. Mrs. Warland.
Thank you. Well, we've got lots in store for this week. I hope you did do lots of discovering last week. This week, our leaves, we're going to look at the colour of the leaf and the texture of the leaf. This one's quite soft, but this one's more leathery. And the tip, this leaf, the colour there, that's called variegated. It's more than one colour. So you're going to look for those. You can also look at the tips of the leaves and see what shape they are. Lots of them are pointy, and I wonder if you can find one that isn't pointy. Then, for our tree, this week, we're going to look for the lime tree. Now, the lime tree has got very round kind of leaves with a point at the end, but it's their seeds that are so special, and they're a little bit like a parachute coming down. I've taken one off, and you can see the little men on the parachute and the little pale green parachute. And the other thing about lime trees is often there's lots of shoots coming out from the base of the lime tree. So see if you can find lime tree. And you know, mums and dads don't like lime trees because if they park their cars under them, all the stickiness from them falls onto their cars and they get sticky cars. So I call it a sticky lime. See if you can find sticky lime. Now the wildflowers, I'm going to be very brave and I'm going to touch this one. I'm only touching it at the base. Do you know what this is? It's actually in flower at the moment. It's a stinging nettle. They're very good for tea, aren't they? And all kinds of good things in it, but don't touch them. And I've got another nasty one that you have to be very careful with, another wildflower that you have to be very careful how you handle it because you might notice it's got very sharp prickles on it. And this is in flower at the moment. I wonder if you know what it is. Later in the summer, it's going to produce some blackberries. So we call it a bramble. The bees love this. Our cultivated flower this week, I've seen them in loads of gardens, very English flower, is the lavender. See if you can find lavender. Smells beautiful. If you crush its leaves, it's got a beautiful smell. Then you have been looking for all the grasses. Here's some that I collected today, different types of grasses. And this week's challenge, to go with the grasses, you can have those, but also our challenge for the seeds is to collect as many different seed heads as you can. There's some berries off a fatsia tree. Here's one that you all know from the dandelion. That is dispersed through the wind. And then I've got a pine cone, and in there's lots of seeds in there from an evergreen tree. I've got a burr-type seed head. That comes from something called Herb Robert. That gets stuck in the fur of animals. This comes off a evergreen tree, some nice berries. And here's another evergreen with some cones, some from last year, some from this year. I've even got this from the magnolia tree. There's a seed head. I've got all sorts of seed heads. I better stop. There's one. That's like a big ball, actually. There's some more seed heads. So see how many seed heads you can collect and think about the different ways that their seeds might be dispersed. Enjoy.